Welcome back, everyone. Ready for today's deep dive?
Absolutely. We've got a fantastic collection of articles today covering personal growth, business tips, AI, even some heartwarming stuff about living a meaningful life.
Sounds like a lot to unpack.
It is, but you know what's cool? A lot of it, even though the topics are different, comes back to this idea of intentionality, like being deliberate about how we live, work, all of it.
I like that. Okay, so where do we begin?
Well, Optimal Living Daily has two podcasts that are just full of wisdom.
Oh, yeah, I love that site.
First up, we've got Ellen Bergen. She's got these 5 self-reflection questions, super helpful for when things feel chaotic.
Chaos. That's like my default setting some days.
I hear you, but her point is you got to pause, take care of yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Makes sense. What kind of questions are we talking about?
One that stuck with me was, when and where today can I stop, pause, rest, and heal?
Wow, yeah, I need to print that out and stick it on my mirror.
Right. And then there's Angel Turnoff, tackling procrastination. 7 hawses, and she's got actual cures for each one.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm the queen of procrastination.
She says it's impossible to steer a parked car, which is such a great analogy.
It is. You're stuck if you don't move.
Exactly. Speaking of small steps, the Positivity blog has this How to Change Your Life in Just 2 Minutes a Day article. 10 little habits, big impact over time.
Baby steps, right? It's like that Lao Tzu quote. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Totally. And Addicted to Success, they suggest 30 minutes a day for learning, investing in yourself, unlocking potential.
So, listeners, takeaway here is be intentional about your growth. Even if it's just little bits each day, it adds up.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, ready to shift gears a bit?
Sure, what's next?
Let's talk success. Mark and Angel Hack Life, they have these 10 truths about life. Good reminders, even if we've heard them before.
Sometimes you need to hear things a few times before they really sink in. What stood out to you?
This one, you are not your job. So easy to let work define us.
Oh, for sure. It's like your whole identity gets wrapped up in it.
Yeah, and Dr. Michelle Rosen, she's all about dedicated thinking time. Not just constant hustle, but really focusing.
Slow down to speed up kind of thing.
Exactly. Now, for business folks, Frontera Brands makes this distinctive between B2B product and service businesses. 12 key differences which matter for marketing big time.
It's like, are you selling a thing or an experience? Totally changes your approach.
Right. And Alain Guillot, he's got super practical advice, finding manufacturers, streamlining software development, even preventing those construction delays.
The stuff that actually keeps businesses running smoothly.
Okay, ready to jump into the AI world?
Bring it on. It's all everyone's talking about these days.
Asian Efficiency says productivity skills are even more important now with AI coming up.
Because the robots are taking over, right?
Not quite, but they are good at the routine stuff. So we humans, we need those critical thinking skills, creativity, emotional intelligence, that kind of thing.
Things robots can't do yet.
Right, and if you're curious about what AI can do, Darius Faroo created an online course in just 2 weeks using AI tools.
2 weeks? That's incredible.
I know, right? So much potential there.
Okay, I need a break from the future for a sec.
Me too. Let's get a little philosophical.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Hit me with it.
The Marginalian features this piece on Virginia Woolf. It's all about living against time and embracing what she calls moments of being.
I love Virginia Woolf. So beautifully written.
She really makes you want to slow down, be present. There's this quote, the power of taking hold of experience, of turning it round slowly in the light.
It's like really savoring life, not just rushing through it.
Yes. And Frank Sonnenberg, his blog post, Why Didn't You Tell Me? It's a reminder to tell people how we feel while we still can.
Express that gratitude, give compliments, apologize if we need to.
Exactly. Because life is short and those connections matter.
So true.
And for those on a more spiritual path, Simona Rich has opened up a couple of coaching spots, helping people align their lives with their values.
There are so many ways to find fulfillment, aren't there? Sometimes you just need a little guidance to get there.
Absolutely. Okay, ready for some practical advice?
Always. What do you got for us?
The Positive blog, they're all about, well, positivity. One tip that stuck with me, write down 3 things you're grateful for each day.
Simple but powerful.
Right. And Scott H. Young, he's doing this month-long reading project, really showing the value of continuous learning.
Always be learning, right?
Exactly. Oh, and for anyone dealing with relationship stuff, the Save the Marriage blog has some wise words.
Oh, I'm all ears. Relationships are hard.
Their advice is, don't fall for bad advice. It's easy to get swayed by other people's opinions, but you gotta trust your gut.
Especially when it comes to something as personal as a relationship.
So true.
Wow. Okay, we covered a lot. I'm seeing the intentionality theme everywhere now.
Me too. Whether it's personal growth, work, relationships, being deliberate about our choices makes a huge difference.
I think that's a great place to pause for now.
Agreed. Lots to think about. Yeah, it's like you're in the driver's seat, making choices, not just letting life happen to you.
I love that. Okay, so what else did we find in the world of intentionality?
Well, Mindbody's had some interesting stuff. Parents out there will appreciate this. They've got tips for those bedtime battles.
Oh, tell me more. My kids are like ninjas at bedtime.
Right. They talked to a sleep expert who gave 5 tips all about routine, setting expectations, making things calm.
Gotta love expert advice. Anything else from Mind Body Green? They usually have a ton of health and wellness stuff.
Oh, yeah, tons. There's this 3-minute skincare treatment that everyone's raving about, supposed to make you look younger.
Sign me up. I'm all about quick and easy self-care these days.
And if your hands are showing age, they've got a cream for that, too.
Like they're reading my mind. Is there anything you don't have advice on?
Well, they did have an article on the benefits of dark chocolate.
Wait, dark chocolate? Like the good stuff.
The good stuff. Seems it's good for your brain. Yeah, some studies suggest it might help with cognitive function, thinking and memory, especially as we age.
So I can indulge my chocolate cravings and tell myself it's for my brain.
Pretty much. Just don't go overboard. They also had an interview with a nutritionist who focuses on skin health.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm always curious what those kinds of experts actually eat themselves.
Right. And then on a more practical note, they talked about the whole save money versus pay off dead dilemma.
Oof, that's a tough one.
It is. They broke down both sides, helped you figure out what works best for your situation.
Because there's no one right answer for everyone, right?
Exactly. Oh, and for those of us who spend way too much time staring at screens,
Guilty as charged.
they had some advice on protecting your eyes, eating lots of fruits and veggies, especially brightly colored ones.
Makes sense. Antioxidants and all that.
And vitamin D, super important for fighting oxidative stress, which is linked to aging.
Vitamin D is like the wonder vitamin. You hear about it everywhere.
It really is.
Okay, so much good stuff here. I feel like we're seeing this theme of taking care of yourself inside and out,
Totally. Mind, body, finances, the whole package.
which I guess is all part of being intentional about how we live
Exactly. It's all connected. It really is all about making choices that support our well-being on every level.
and taking control, not being passive about our lives.
Exactly. Okay, I think that about wraps up what we found in our sources for today.
Wow, we covered some ground, right? Personal growth, AI, business tips, health, relationships.
Even a little philosophy with Virginia Woolf.
It's amazing how it all connects, though.
That's the beauty of it. So many different paths, but they all lead back to this idea of being intentional.
Making conscious choices, big and small, about how we want to live our lives.
And that's something we all have the power to do every single day.
Such a great reminder. Well, I think that's a wrap for today's deep dive.
I agree. Lots for our listeners to think about and apply to their own lives.
Absolutely. And as always, thanks for joining us on this journey of exploration.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making those intentional choices.
And we'll see you back here for another deep dive soon.